Watchmen on the Pod. We're going to continue, pick back up, I should say, after a few days passed in the book of Job. And I believe we are in chapter 16. And this is out of the Septuagint, just to remind you. And here we go. Job replies, "Miserable comforters are you." Yeah, they were, remember? Oh my goodness gracious. But Job answered and said, "I have heard many such things. Poor comforters are ye all. What is there any reason in vain words? Or what will hinder thee from answering? I also will speak as ye do. If indeed your soul were in my soul's stead, then would I insult you with words, and I would shake my head at you. And would there were strength in my mouth, I would not spare the movements of my lips. For if I should speak, I shall not feel the pain of my wound. And if I should be silent, how shall I be wounded the less? But now he has made me weary and a worn out fool, and thou hast laid hold of me. My falsehood has become a testimony and has risen up against me. It has confronted me to my face. In his anger he has cast me down. He has gnashed his teeth upon me. The weapons of his robbers have fallen upon me. He has attacked me with the keen glances of his eyes. With his sharp spear he has smitten me down upon my knees, and they have run upon me with one accord. For the Lord has delivered me into the hands of the unrighteous men and thrown me upon the ungodly. When I was at peace, he distracted me. He took me by the hair of the head and plucked it out. He set me up as a mark. They surrounded me with spears, aiming at my reins. Without sparing me, they poured out my gall upon the ground. They overthrew me with fall upon fall. They ran upon me in their might. They sewed sackcloth upon my skin, and my strength has been spent on the ground. My belly has been parched with wailing, and darkness is upon my eyelids. Yet there was no injustice in my hands, and my prayer is pure. Earth, cover not over the blood of my flesh, and let my cry have no place. And now, behold, my witness is in heaven, and my advocate is on high. Let my supplication come to the Lord, and let mine eye weep before him. Oh, that a man might plead before the Lord, even as the Son of Man with his neighbor. But my years are numbered, and their end come, and I shall go by the way by which I shall not return." Chapter 17, Job continues, "Where then is my hope? I perish, carried away by the wind, and I seek for burial and obtain it not. Weary, I entreat, and what have I done? And strangers have stolen my goods. Who is this? Let him join hands with me. For thou hast hid their heart from wisdom, therefore thou shalt not exalt them. He shall promise mischief to his companions, but their eyes have failed for their children. But thou hast made me a byword among the nations, and I am become a scorn to them. For my eyes are dimmed through pain. I have been grievously beset by all. Wonder has seized true men upon this, and let the just rise up against the transgressor. But let the faithful hold on his own way, and let him that is pure of hands take courage. Howbeit do ye all strengthen yourselves, and come now, for I do not find truth in you. My days have passed in groaning, and my heartstrings are broken. I have turned the night into day. The light is short because of darkness. For if I remain, Hades is my habitation, and my bed has been made in darkness. I have called upon death to be my father, and corruption to be my mother and sister. Where then is yet my hope? Or where shall I see my good? Will they go down with me in Hades? Down with me to Hades? Or shall we go down together to the tomb? Bildad speaks, God punishes the wicked. Then Bildad, the Shuhite, answered and said, How long wilt thou continue? Forbear, that we also may speak. For wherefore have we been silent before thee like brutes? Anger has possessed thee. For what if thou shouldest die? Would the earth under heaven be desolate? Or shall the mountains be overthrown from their foundations? But the light of the ungodly shall be quenched, and their flame shall not go up. His light shall be darkness in his habitation, and his lamp shall be put out with him. Let the meanest of men spoil his goods, and let his counsel deceive him. His foot also has been caught in a snare, and let it be entangled in a net. And let snares come upon him. He shall strengthen those that thirst for his destruction. His snare is hid in the earth, and that which shall take him is by the path. Let pains destroy him round about, and let many enemies come upon about him. Vex him with distressing hunger, and a signal destruction. Is that signal? And maybe it means single. It looks like signal. Let me reread that. Forgive me. Verse 12. Vex him with distressing hunger, and a signal destruction has been prepared for him. Let the soles of his feet be devoured, and death shall consume his beauty. And his health, and let health be utterly banished from his tabernacle, and let distress seize upon him with a charge from the king. It shall dwell in his tabernacle in his night. His excellency shall be sown with brimstone. His root shall be dried up from beneath, and his crop shall fall away from above. Let his memorial perish out of the earth, and his name shall be publicly cast out. Let one drive him from light into darkness. He shall not be known among his people, nor his house preserved on the earth. But strangers shall dwell in his possessions. The last groaned for him. The wonder seized the first. These are the houses of the unrighteous, and this is the place of them that know not the Lord. Chapter 19, Job replies, my Redeemer lives. Then Job answered and said, how long will ye vex my soul and destroy me with words? Only know that the Lord has dealt with me thus. Ye speak against me. Ye do not feel for me, but bear hard upon me. Yea, verily, I have erred in truth, but the error abides with myself. And having spoken words which is not right to speak, but my words err and are unreasonable. But alas, for ye magnified yourselves against me, and insult me with reproach. Now then, that is the Lord that has troubled me, and has raised his bulwark against me. Behold, I laugh at reproach. I will not speak. I will cry out, but there is nowhere judgment. There is nowhere judgment. I am fenced round about. I can by no means escape. He has set darkness before my face, and he has stripped me of my glory, and has taken the crown from my head. He has torn me round about, and I'm gone. He has cut off my hope like a tree. Was Job a king, you guys? Because these are kings. We read that, in the first couple of chapters, I believe. Maybe chapter 3, I'm not positive. But they were kings, and then he says, let him take the crown from my head. Was Job a king? I do not know the answer to that. Yeah, because verse 9 says, he has stripped me of my glory, and has taken the crown from my head. He has torn me round about, and I'm gone. And he has cut off my hope like a tree. And he has dreadfully handled me in anger, and has counted me for an enemy. His troops also came upon me with one accord. Liars in wait compassed my ways. My brethren have stood aloof from me. They have recognized strangers rather than me, and my friends have become pitiless. My nearest of kin have not acknowledged me, and they that knew my name have forgotten me. As for my household and my maidservants, I was a stranger before them. I called my servant, and he hearkened not, and my mouth entreated him. And I besought my wife earnestly, entreated the sons of my concubines, but they rejected me forever. Whenever I rise up, they speak against me. They that saw me abhor me. The very persons whom I had loved rose up against me. My flesh is corrupt under my skin, and my bones are held in my teeth. Pity me, O friends, for it is the hand of the Lord that has touched me. Wherefore do ye persecute me, as also the Lord does, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were written, and that they were recorded in a book forever, and they are, with an iron pen and lead, or graven in the rocks. For I know that he is eternal, who is about to deliver me, praise God, and to raise up upon the earth my skin that endures these sufferings. For these things have been accomplished to me of the Lord, which I am conscious of in myself, which mine eyes has seen, and not another, but all have been fulfilled to me in my bosom. But if ye shall also say, what shall we say before him? And so find the root of the matter in him. Do ye also beware of deceit, for wrath will come upon transgressors, and then shall they know where their substance is. Chapter 20. Zohar speaks, the wicked will suffer. Then Zohar, the Minion, I think this it is, answered and said, I did not suppose that thou wouldest answer thus, neither do ye understand more than I. I will hear my shameful reproach, and the spirit of my understanding answers me. Hast thou not known these things of old, from the time that man was set upon the earth? But the mirth of the ungodly is a signal downfall. I think that means single. I'm not positive, but it says signal, signal, unless I'm reading it wrong. And the joy of transgressors is destruction. Although his gift should go up to heaven, and his sacrifice reach the clouds. For when he shall seem to be now established, then he shall utterly perish. And they that knew him shall say, where is he? Like a dream that has fled away, he shall not be found. And he has fled like a vision of the night. The eye has looked upon him, but shall not see him again, and his place shall no longer perceive him. Let his inferiors destroy his children, and let his hands kindle the fire of sorrow. His bones have been filled with vigor of his youth, and it shall lie down with him in the dust. Though evil be sweet in his mouth, though he will hide it under his tongue, though he will not spare it and will not leave it, but will keep it in the midst of his throat, yet he shall not at all be able to help himself. The gall of an asp is in his belly. His wealth unjustly collected shall be vomited up. A messenger of wrath shall drag him out of his house, and let him suck the poison of serpents, and let the serpent's tongue slay him. Let him not see the milk of the pastures, nor the supplies of honey and butter. He has labored unprofitably and in vain, for wealth of which he shall not taste. It is as a lean thing unfit for food, which he cannot swallow. For he has broken down the houses of many mighty men, and he has plundered an habitation, though he built it not. There is no security to his possessions. He shall not be saved by his desire. There is nothing remaining of his provisions, therefore his goods shall not flourish. But when he shall seem to be just satisfied, he shall be straitened, and all distress shall come upon him. If by any means he would fill his belly, let God send upon him the fury of wrath. Let him bring a torrent of pains upon him, and he shall by no means escape from the power of the sword. Let the brazen bow wound him, and let the arrows pierce through his body, and let the stars be against his dwelling place. Let terrors come upon him, and let all darkness wait for him. A fire that burns not out shall consume him, and let a stranger plague his house. And let the heaven reveal his iniquities, and the earth rise up against him. Let the destruction bring his house to an end. Let a day of wrath come upon him. This is the portion of an ungodly man from the Lord, and the possession of his goods appointed him by the all-seeing God. Chapter 21. Job replies, the wicked do prosper. But Job answered and said, hear ye, hear me. I'm not hear me. Forgive me. Hear ye my words, that I may not have this consolation from you. Raise me, and I will speak. Then ye shall not laugh me to scorn. What is my reproof of man? And why should I not be angry? Look upon me and wonder, laying your hand upon your cheek. For even when I remember, I am alarmed, and pain seize my flesh. Wherefore do the ungodly live and grow old even in wealth? Their seed is according to their desire, and their children are in their sight. Their houses are prosperous, neither have they anywhere cause for fear, neither is there a scourge from the Lord upon them. Their cow does not cast her calf, and their beast with young is safe and does not miscarry. And they remain as an unfailing flock, and their children play before them, taking up the psaltery and harp. And they rejoice at the voice of a song, and they spend their days in wealth and fall asleep in the rest of the grave. Yet such a man says to the Lord, depart from me, and desire not to know thy ways. What is the mighty one that we should serve him? And what profit is there that we should approach him? For their good things were in their hands, but he regards not the works of the ungodly. Nevertheless, the lamp of the ungodly also shall be put out, and destruction shall come upon them, and pangs of vengeance shall seize them. And they shall be as a chaff before the wind, or as dust which the storm has taken up. Let his substance fail to supply his children. God shall recompense him, and he shall know it. Let his eyes see his own destruction, and let him not be saved by the Lord. For his desire is in his house with him, and the number of his months has been suddenly cut off. Is it not the Lord who teaches understanding and knowledge? And does not he judge murders? One shall die in his perfect strength, and wholly at ease and prosperous, and his inwards are full of fat, and his marrow is diffused throughout him. And another dies in bitterness of soul, not eating any good thing, but they lie down on the earth together, and corruption covers them. So I know you that ye presumptuously attack me, so that ye will say, where is the house of the prince, and where is the covering of the tabernacles of the ungodly? Ask those that go by the way, and do not disown their tokens. For the wicked hastens to the day of destruction. They shall be led away for the day of his vengeance. Who will tell him his way to his face, whereas he has done? Let's see. Let me reread that. Who will tell him his way to his face, whereas he has done it? Who shall recompense him? And he has been led away to the tombs, and he has watched over the heaps. The stones of the valley have been sweet to him, and every man shall depart after him. And there are innumerable ones before him. How then do ye comfort me in vain, whereas I have no rest from your molestation? Eliphaz speaks. Job's wickedness is great. Whoa. Job 22. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, is it not the Lord that teaches understanding and knowledge? For what matters it to the Lord if thou wert blameless in thy works? Or is it profitable that thou shouldest perfect thy way? Wilt thou maintain and plead thine own cause? And will he enter into judgment with thee? Is not thy wickedness abundant and thy sins innumerable? And thou hast taken security of thy brethren for nothing, and hast taken away the clothing of the naked. Neither hast thou given water to the thirsty to drink, but hast taken away the morsel of the hungry. And thou hast accepted the persons of some, and thou hast established those that were already settled on the earth. But thou hast sent widows away empty, and has afflicted orphans. He's accusing him of things he did not even do. That's wow. People are like that today, aren't they, children? They sure are. You ain't my children. Forgive me, I didn't know I called you children. It's the old Southern habit. All right, therefore, snares have compassed thee, and disastrous war has troubled thee. The light has proved darkness to thee, and water has covered thee on thy lying down. Does not he that dwell in the high places observe? And has he not brought down the proud? And thou hast said, what does the mighty one know? Does he judge in the dark? A cloud is his hiding place, and he shall not be seen, and he passes through the circle of heaven. Wilt thou not mark the old way which righteous men have trodden, who were seized before their time? Their foundations are as an overflowing stream, who say, what will the Lord do to us? Or what will the Almighty bring upon us? Yet he filled their houses with good things, but the counsel of the wicked is far from him. The righteous have seen it and laughed, and the blameless one has derided them. Verily their substance has been utterly destroyed, and the fire shall devour what is left of their property. Be firm, I pray thee, if thou canst endure, then thy fruit shall prosper. And receive a declaration from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart. And if thou shalt turn and humble thyself before the Lord, thou hast thus removed unrighteousness far from thy habitation. Thou shalt lay up for thyself in a heap on the rock, and so shall be as the rock of the torrent. So the Almighty shall be thy helper from enemies, and he shall bring thee forth pure as silver that has been tried by fire. Then shalt thou have boldness before the Lord, looking up cheerfully to heaven, and he shall hear thee when thou prayest to him, and he shall grant thee power to pay thy vows. And he shall establish to thee again a habitation of righteousness, and there shall be light upon thy paths, because thou hast humbled thyself. And thou shalt say, man has behaved proudly, but he shall save him that is of lowly eyes. He shall deliver the innocent, and do thou save thyself by thy pure hands? Job replies, where is God? Chapter 23. Then Job answered and said, Yea, I know that pleading is out of my reach, and his hand has been made heavy upon my groaning. Who would then know that I might find him, and come to an end of the matter? And I would plead my own cause, and he would fill my mouth with arguments. And I would know the remedies which he would speak to me, and I would perceive that he would tell me. Though he should come on me in his great strength, then he would not threaten me. For truth and reproof are from him, and he would bring forth my judgment to an end. For if I shall go first and exist no longer, what do I know concerning the latter end? When he wrought on the left hand, then I observed it not. His right hand shall encompass me, but I shall not see it. For he knows already my way, and he has tried me as gold. And I will go forth according to his commandments, for I have kept his ways, and I shall not turn aside from his commandments. Neither shall I transgress, but I have hid his words in my bosom. That's heart. And if too he has thus judged, who is he that has contradicted? For he has both willed a thing and done it. Therefore I troubled at him, and when I was reproved, I thought of him. Therefore let me take good heed before him. I will consider and be afraid of him. But the Lord has softened my heart, and the Almighty has troubled me. For I knew not that darkness would come upon me, and thick darkness has covered me before my face. Chapter 24. Is that? Yeah, chapter 24. There's no head title here. But why have the seasons been hidden from the Lord? While the ungodly have passed over the bound, carrying off the flock with the shepherd. They have led away the ass of the fatherless, taken the widow's ox for a pledge. They have turned aside the weak from the right way, and the meek of the earth have hidden themselves together. And they have departed like asses in the field, having gone forth on my account according to their own order. His bread is sweet to his little ones. They have reaped a field that was not their own before the time. The poor have labored in the vineyards. This person at the door? Hold on, guys, 1 minute. I don't know how to. Okay, I'm going to stop this here, guys, because I'm expecting some company that I really kind of don't want. And I will pick up here in a little bit. Okay, so we'll just reread chapter 24. Until next time, keep your eyes on Jesus, brothers and sisters. Your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And let us embed the Word of God upon the tablets of our hearts, so you and I will not sin against God or be deceived. Make sure that we are a doer of the Word and not a hearer only.